Good morning, I'm Suzette with NTS and I'm here to train y'all on how to use these new phones. This is a Toshiba 10-button phone, so we're just going to do architecture first, if that's okay. These buttons here are programmable, every button except for the first one, which is your extension button. Okay. All the rest of these you can make features or direct access to numbers, people on staff that you dial frequently, or speed dial, or whatever you want them to be. So the administration of the system, just need to let them know what these buttons need to be. You have a volume control button here, and it controls all the volumes of this telephone. So when the phone is on the hook, it adjusts the ringer volume up and down. It controls the volume of the speaker, which you saw me do that a while ago. It was really loud. But it also controls the volume of the handset. So when you're on an active call, you can adjust the volume up and down. I know when my grandmother used to call me, she would scream in the phone, so I wish I had a button to turn her down, but we can turn that down. So that controls all the volumes of the phone. This next button is the speaker button. Get under there, that's really great. The speaker button, which you can activate your phone by just pressing that to dial out. You'll notice that when we press the speaker button, the button right above it comes on. That's the microphone button. If that button is not lit, your caller cannot hear you, whether you're on handset or on speaker. The button above that is your voicemail button, so if there's a message in your voicemail box, that light will be flashing. And to retrieve the message, you simply press the button, and Silicone Sally, as I fondly refer to her, will ask you for a security code, and you enter your security code and it gives you access into the mailbox. This button is a speed dial button. It is essential in using to program a speed dial. Once it's programmed, I'll show you another really cool feature here where you can find it. The redial button, of course, does exactly what it says. It redials the last number dialed from this particular phone. The conference transfer button, to me, it's a hard button on the telephone, but when we make live calls, then your instructions are here in the LCD screen. So if you want to make a conference call or transfer a call, you could do it by using the buttons underneath the LCD screen. But that actually does activate a conference call or activate transferring a call to another extension. And of course the red button here is the hold button. If you press this button twice, it puts the call on exclusive hold and cannot be picked up anywhere else. But the way this system is designed, you're the only one that's going to go back to it anyway, unless you transfer the call. On the back of the phone, just so everyone knows, because of lighting, there's a little button here and you can adjust the tilt of this telephone. So that's what's most pleasing to me, but you have the choice of doing that. Okay. Questions so far?
Nope.
Okay. You'll notice in the LCD screen that it's going to give you your name in case you come to work and forget who you are, which I do frequently, and the extension number that you're sitting at, the date and the time. But right underneath that, there's a word that says directory when your phone is in idle. So once you select the directory, you have several options there. Either my directory, which would be speed dial numbers that you programmed yourself into your phone, or the external directory, which is numbers that Burt Burnett ISD might everybody call the same number, so you'll have a list of numbers that you program in for system speed dial, so to speak. Then there's an internal button. Let's just deal with that one. Once you press the internal button, it asks you to enter a letter, so we're going to try to find you, Chris.
Okay.
And so we're going to press the 2 button 3 times. It's just like the old texting. And press find. And then it starts with all the C's. And you can scroll down until we find you, which I thought I did earlier.
There we are.
There you are. And then,
It's the one with the arrow beside it?
mm-hmm,
Do you have to keep
you have to keep going till I get to you. There we go. And then you can simply press call. And it's gonna call your extension, which I hear it ringing.
Right.
It's very nice. Okay. So all the people that have a telephone on the system will be in that internal directory.
So if they have a station defined, then it shows up in that
It
directory?
shows up in here by whatever name it's been defined as. So it's pretty cool because you really don't have to publish
Correct.
a directory to send everybody a piece of paper and email that says, here's everybody's extension. It's in the directory here. So you just have to be patient enough to enter the letter and scroll through. And then the other, and that's it. So once you select the name again, you're able to dial it just by pressing this button. And the directory works the same no matter which directory you selected. Questions?
Nope.
Everyone is going to have a button on their phone, I assume, if I remember correctly, that says caller ID. So all the calls that have come to your extension, you will have the opportunity to scroll through those calls by simply pushing the caller ID button, and then again, there'll be a scroll feature here where you can look all the way through there.
Cool.
Chris, I didn't, but we'll do this one, but I'll dial this one, 2201. So to dial another extension, you notice that I'm doing all this dialing without pushing a speaker button or without raising the handset. The handset makes your call private, of course. All of them are speaker phones, every single one of them. But if I wanted to call another extension, I simply dial the numbers. And then we have it ringing here. They call it a hot dial pad. I don't know why. It doesn't burn your fingers when you touch it, but anyway. So you don't actually have to pick up the phone or select a line or anything like that. You simply dial what you want done. All the phones are going to be programmed to be forwarded to voicemail. So that means that it's going to be programmed to, if it rings 3 times or if it's busy, then your voicemail box will come on. And so it's going to ring at your station first. Let's see. The next thing I wanted to say was to make a conference call. I'm just going to show you how easily all this comes up in the LCD screen. So for training purposes, people coming in and out, if you can simply say, be sure when you're using the phone to look at the LCD screen and it'll tell you everything you need to do. But we're going to conference my cell phone in, perhaps. So I don't know if we have lines yet. Let's see. Let's try it.
It's 8.
Oh, it's 8.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're sorry. A long-distance company access code is required for the number you have dialed.
Try Chris's.
Yeah, it's 704.
We're sorry. A long-distance company
Oh,
access
do you have to
code
do
is
it first?
required for the
No, you say call mine. That way we can
Oh,
it's not a
okay,
long distance
okay.
number. 8, and then 704 3674.
Okay, so if you'll answer
Hello.
that, you'll notice that I have these options. Transfer conference. Okay, so I'm going to press conference. I'm going to dial this extension number. Will you come over here and be the caller? Okay, now see, once you've answered, you have the option to transfer the call to him or join us all together, which is what we're going to do. Now we're joined all together.
We are joining you.
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay, now here's a neat feature. You will notice in the LCD screen that it says exit. So I can actually exit my part, and
And
y'all
I'm
are
still
still
talking to you.
connected.
Well, even though you initiated the call.
Yes.
That's
Very
really
cool.
good.
So you can virtually transfer people to other cell phones, but you
Yeah.
want to make sure they're on the line before you actually exit the conference.
Very cool.
Okay? Good? And you can do up to 8 parties.
Oh.
So that's pretty good. That's basically all the basics. That's basically every single thing any user would need to know about how to use this phone. So now we might say on tape that it is dial 8 to access an outside line.
Yeah. And they know that. That's the way it was in the old system, so they're.
So they
everybody's
kept it the
familiar
same
with
way.
That's why
Excellent.
we did that.
Excellent. It is important for you to set up your voicemail box to be a personalized thing. Otherwise, no one will know what mailbox they received. They'll say extension so-and-so, leave a message. So, to set up your voicemail box, you will simply need to dial extension 3000.
Please enter your password.
Your password is your extension number.
Welcome to the voicemail system. As a new subscriber, let's set up your own mailbox. Let's replace the temporary password previously assigned to you. Your password ensures that only you can access your mailbox. Select a number that is easy for you to remember. Please write the number down and keep it in a safe place, since losing the number will prevent you from accessing your mailbox. Please enter your 7-digit password now.
It doesn't have to be 7
To
digits.
confirm your correct entry, please re-enter it now.
I put a 4-digit code in.
To further personalize your mailbox, let's record your name. This will identify your mailbox to your callers. At the tone, record your first and last name. To stop recording, press any key.
Suzette Key.
Your name was recorded as Suzette Key. To listen to your name, press 1. To record your name, press 2. To delete your name, press 3. To continue, press star. To complete your mailbox setup, let's record your personal greeting. At the tone, please record your greeting. To stop recording, press any key.
Hello, I'm not here. Leave me a message. Thanks so much for calling.
Here's how your greeting will sound.
Hello, I'm not here. Leave me a message. Thanks so much for calling.
To listen to your greeting, press 2. To record a greeting, press 3. To continue, press star. You have no messages in your mailbox. Subscribers menu. To record and send a message, press 2. For personal options, press 3. For transfer status, press 4.
All right, and that's simple as that. This is to demonstrate your flexible buttons that have been pre-assigned already in the system. The first one we want to talk about is the caller ID button, which should be the topmost button on your telephone. When you press this button, you will notice that in the LCD screen, the last number that dialed this telephone is displayed. There are choices at the bottom. You can choose next and scroll through each call that came to this phone. Or you can go previous, and I'm looking for a specific number. And when you find the number that you're looking for, you can simply press the button under call, and it will automatically call the number. Answer that. There we go.
Do I do that all in one I agree?
So that is caller ID. The next button is direct transfer to voicemail. So if I call from my cell phone to this number, which I'm doing now, and the call is for this extension number, then I can push direct transfer to voicemail, dial the extension number, and pound, and the call is now on the voicemail.
With a touch-tone phone, you may dial your
So it went directly to the voicemail for this phone. And that's how that works, very simple. The next button is Do Not Disturb. To activate Do Not Disturb on your phone, you push the button, the light will be lit. To deactivate it, you push the button again and the light goes out. When your phone is in Do Not Disturb, no calls will ring at your phone. The last button we're going to demonstrate is the second one from the bottom. We've used this as an example. This is Chris Lee's direct dial extension. I have it on my phone because I call him all the time with all my problems. And so to dial Chris directly, you would simply push his button. And you can hear in the background that he is ringing. And when Chris makes a phone call out, which he's about to do for me for this demonstration, his light will be lit on his telephone, and that will signify that he's busy on the telephone at a glance for you. Thank you, Chris. And that will conclude our training about the flexible buttons. Thank you.